So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. And his third year on is the punter, Bradley Pinion, to kick it away. Back deep for the Raiders, Jalen Richard. Taken in at the 22. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can. And you know, partner, I told you this, but prepping for our game, I accidentally on my spotting charts wrote down Super Bowl 51 instead of 52. That's blasphemy in our business. But if this one turns out to be half as good as last year, we're in for a treat.
Well, I just think it shows how much it's on our mind, how good that was, and probably something you're just saying unconsciously, can we experience it again? Especially the second half of that game. I mean, that race to the finish, when New England did to reel in Atlanta and win that game, absolutely phenomenal. Let's go ahead and have another one of those here today.
It was just a little chillier walking into the stadium here in Minneapolis, but everything else is good. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw here's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now Carr. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first, thanks to a flashy little spin move. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go to the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Sliding out of the pocket. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lynch. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. It's almost a tendency breaker.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Working from the gun, it's Carr, and he fires one incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
On 2nd down, Lynch. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They'll run for it with Lynch. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Marshall Marshawn Lynch taking it in from a yard out. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Janikowski now for the point after. Time running out here on the play clock. And it's good to make it 14-0. A 10-play drive that time. And it's all capped off by a Marshawn Lynch touchdown run. Out to kick is Janikowski. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. They run again with Hyde on first. And the ball's out. Hyde fumbled it. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, holding on to the football is a big problem for the 49ers last year. Shouldn't surprise any of us, right? When you're 2-14, you probably will lead the league in fumbles as they did. How about they have 15 last year?
15 of them, yep, and a 2-14 record, kind of indicative. So out come the Raiders. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr to the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and trying to double his pleasure there. Wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. So on fourth down, off goes Carr, and on is Sebastian Janikowski. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through, and that'll make this 17-0 here in the opening quarter. So they recover the fumble but could not take advantage of the short field. They do get 3.
And no one ever turns down 3 points going up on the board, but the offense will go to the sidelines wondering what if, while the defense on the other side, they'll celebrate holding them to just a field goal after giving up such bad field position.
Now after the made field goal, here's Sebastian Janikowski to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Hoyer. And he's got room. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. So 1 quarter down here in the Super Bowl. Already 17-0 our score. And they've got it here with a first down. They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Second down, Hyde. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Here's Hoyer. And this is going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught, They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will be taken at the 13. Oh, what a move. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Marshawn Lynch and the Raider offense heading back out there. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays.
They've got his man complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Carr gives to Marshawn. And some room to roam now. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
To throw his Carr. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Eric Armstead coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open...
And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move. But oftentimes it's usually a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the first down. Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. Now, that play was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And he slings one that's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Marshawn Lynch, and that'll bring up second down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. On second down, here's Carr. Forced out to his left. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Derek Carr, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled, and wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
Janikowski on for the extra point. And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Out to kick is Janikowski. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Brian Hoyer and his 49ers heading back out there. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. They start the drive with Hyde, and he's got some space here. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
A gain of 6 there on first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Hoyer going to hand it off to Hyde, and he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit at the 32-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Now, this is playoff football. I mean, what a big-time tackle. Perfectly executed with a little extra emphasis there.
And got him for a loss as well. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And able to find Garcon. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Hoyer finding Garcon there for the 49er first down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. A reminder, coming up at the intermission, we'll get highlights of the Super Bowl from Larry Ridley and the crew in Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Jeremy Curley, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Draw play as Hoyer gives to Hyde. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Mario Edwards. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. On 1st down, Carr. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 33. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfect. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there just before halftime. And even 50 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
All right, Brandon, back to you guys in a minute. But first, it's indeed time for our EA Sports halftime report. The Raiders are playing some of their best football in the biggest game. The 49ers, on the other hand, can't be happy with the way they're playing on the big stage here at the Super Bowl. All right, let's do this. Here's the first half highlights. Here early in the first, the pass ends up being picked off. James is the one who makes the pick to give a boost to his defense. Offense out now following the INT. Patterson's got nobody around him on the catch, and this goes 25 yards for the score. Raiders up now by 7. We go now late in the first. They run it here with Marshawn Lynch, and he'll go in for the score. The lead now at 14. About halfway through the second, Carr is looking for room to run, and he capped off the long drive with a touchdown. Raiders push the lead to 23. First and 10. The deep ball is on target here, all the way down inside the 20 at the 17-yard line. And with that, it's time to head back to field level as we're just one half away from deciding a Super Bowl champion.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. To return, it's DeAndre Washington. Ooh, with a juke. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. A good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. Lynch busting free. And an alley to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Marshawn Lynch, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Raiders are pouring it on. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. To kick is Janikowski. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. There's the first catch as a 49er for Marquise Goodwin. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. Past the 20, 10, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin, 60 yards. And the 49ers get a score closer. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Marshawn Lynch heading back out into the huddle. He's toppled the century mark already, receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Carr now on first down. Oh, and now he bowls him over. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. From the gun, it's Carr. Steps away to his left. And he whips that one incomplete there. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's second down.
Terrific coverage in the end zone that time. Forced him out of the pocket to his right. I thought maybe try and run it there, but no one came open for him. Nice job by the defense of not getting out of their lanes.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the silver and black continue to roll. Didn't have anything downfield, swung it out to the flat. He did the rest.
Such a staple of so many offenses we see now. You know, in our discussions with offense coordinators, how many times do they tell us, hey, this offense is designed for either a touchdown or a check down. We saw the check down on that play, and boy, was it successful.
We saw a touchdown, too. And it's caught inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. Up big, and they go for two, and they get it.
I remember being in high school and seeing an article in the paper where a local columnist had said, why are we fighting over sportsmanship and running up the score? Just run it up on everybody and deal with it. Some people just don't care that way, and obviously this coach feels the exact same way.
So that article was saying the defense should be able to stop them.
That's what they're trying to say. Hey, if you don't want it to happen, stop them. Otherwise, quit whining about it.
Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Caught left side, Garcon. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And the Raiders pick it up. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. This defense has been extraordinary all season, and that might just be the cherry on top. What a play there on the fumble recovery touchdown.
Maybe it's time they get a nickname because they've played like the great defenses of the past. The Steel Curtain, Doomsday, the no-name defense. We might have to come up with one for these guys.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Now a run with Hyde. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job one for anyone who's carrying it. And that's exactly what he tried to do on that play, but it didn't gain him any yardage.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Marshawn Lynch and the Raider offense heading back out there. He has been a factor in a multitude of ways. Over 100 yards rushing. He's approaching that number in the receiving category, too.
And you know why I've always respected guys who can have these types of games? As a runner, you're going through a pile. People are raking it.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Marshawn Lynch with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Raiders are pouring it on. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. Out to kick is Janikowski. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be knocked down sideways at the 15-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Let's go!
They'll go play action with Hyde. Now it's Hoyer. And the Raiders have got him. Mario Edwards yards. In there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason, it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Carr now on first down. His throw incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. Caught left side to Crabtree. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be fourth down now. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is not...
And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Jared Cook, 37 yards. And the silver and black continue to roll. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. And is there bad blood here? I mean, go for 2 when you're up that much?
If there wasn't before, there is now. When you do that, you've just announced to everyone, you just don't care about the other side at all. All you care about is what you're doing, and they just want positive points.
They did. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And going over the middle here to Curley. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now Hoyer. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
look to throw here on first down. On the left side, it's McDonald. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Don't let 89 go deep. Whatever you do, don't let. Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll set up to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Bruce Irvin from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
The Niners on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They'll drop to throw. He gets this one to Garcon. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. 15 yards there for number 15.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Hoyer. He gets this one to Bruce Ellington. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Here's Hoyer. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And now it's 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And his throw is incomplete. Carlos Hyde was the target, and that'll make it 3rd down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Pierre Garcon, 34 yards. And the Niners, they eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Now Gold for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. From midfield, here's Carr. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
Now, that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
They go play action here on first down. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Here's Carr. Being chased out left. Complete. Smith has it. And a big tackle there as the defender runs right through it. Right at the 20. 11 more on that one and another first down. Time for a break. We're back to crown a champion after this. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on first down is Carr. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Carr going to look to throw. And now running right through it. He's to the 10, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification. That's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen. Would you say 3 rushing touchdowns? And, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Now Manuel. Throw left side to the tight end Walford. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score.
Partner, they're up big. They snapped the ball from the 15 for a regular PAT, yet they fake it and get it. Is the kicker's leg tired? What's going on here?
I don't know, but defensively, now with this deficit, now you add 2 more onto that. They fake the PAT. That stings a little.
It definitely stings, and I know the guys that I played for, they wouldn't be as mad at the opposition as they would have been at us for allowing that to happen.
And the 49er hands team does its job. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So they hit the ball before it went 10 yards. I know that's tough, but you got to stay disciplined.
It is difficult because you're so eager to go get the football. It's that type of a play, but you're exactly right. You have to have the discipline to let it go 10 first.
Now back to throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Pierre Garçon, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there? You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch. But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on third down, maybe said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, it's likely not going to matter much, but at least they get themselves 3 points closer to respectability.
And I don't know that they're going to feel a whole lot better about things because they've clearly been outplayed all game long. But, hey, no reason not to take the points when the opportunity presents itself.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. A Raider first down, 17 yards. First down, the run with Lynch. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They'll run again with Lynch. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. And the Oakland Raiders are on top of the football world. They will hoist the Lombardi Trophy as the Super Bowl champions. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi Trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.